For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals.
The Great Replacement strategy, which is well underway every single day on our southern border, is a strategy to replace white rural America with something different.
So, the left Nazified him, and then he sells replacement lore. That's not irony. That's Exhibit A.
This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today.
And they won't stop until you and your children and your children's children are eliminated.
They'll erase your grandkids? Buddy, they can't even erase an email list.
We have a radical left group of lunatics out there, just absolute lunatics, and we just have to beat the hell out of them.
Happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact.
Unity message with a punchline that punches. Also, prowling blacks? That's not data. That's a campfire story.
He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth.
We need to have a Nuremberg-style trial for every gender-affirming clinic doctor.
Next up, subpoenas for school nurses, warrants for gauze pads.
I would say nobody's stronger for me than Charlie Kirk. He was unbelievable, especially with youth.
America was at its peak when we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever. We should be unafraid to do that.
Teach the kids about the future, then hang a close sign on the door. Future doesn't grow like that.
He was an advocate of nonviolence. That's the way I'd like to see people respond.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
You really shouldn't have said the quiet part out loud. Free speech protects it. Common sense rejects it.
I'm giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He deserves it.
The American Democrat Party hates this country. They want to see it collapse. They love it when America becomes less white. And if you're a WNBA pot-smoking black lesbian, do you get treated better than a United States Marine?
Freedom Medal for a guy grading who counts as American? That's not a ceremony. It's a filter.
Violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
At what age should you start to see public execution? So you just say, look, this is what they did. And if you do this, this will be your fate. Ready, set, go. Boom. End of life.
You can legally say, bring back public executions, First Amendment and all. Doesn't make it sane, helpful, or remotely de-escalating.
Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate.
If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily wholesome.
Good faith debate usually starts north of moronic. This starts in the basement.
To share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense.
If we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
If your common sense needs you to call black women dumb, it's not common and it's not sense.
On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the
you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
ATC to hot take, bias detected. Please taxi back to reality. 4 virtues claimed, 0 displayed. If your first thought is the pilot's race, maybe you're not cleared for takeoff.
Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech.
Free speech for everyone, even the bad takes. Our job is to roll the tape and call the BS. Violence from anyone is a hard no. Empathy for the family, truly. Honesty, for the record, he wasn't MLK, and a lot of what he said lines up with white supremacy playbooks. Trump rewards that. We'll keep calling it out.